Hey, I'm Scott, and I want to speak directly to those of you who are running cleaning companies or landscaping companies. I want to show you how to move from a business that's scrambling for work and relying heavily on residential jobs, one offs, and smaller clients to building a business that attracts more commercial clients. Companies, facilities, property managers, universities, retail stores. That's where you know your crews can stay busier, your business is more predictable, and you're getting better profit margins. The goal is to get away from those situations where you have your crews sitting idle or they're stuck on lower paying jobs. And I know as a business owner, it is really tough to depend on those smaller companies to grow your business. And you find yourself chasing a lot of estimates only to get jobs with tighter margins. That's why you want to make the shift to getting in front of more commercial prospects. And you know you're doing that when you're hearing more of them call you and say that they found you on Google. That's when you know you've made that shift. If you take a look at this heat map here, this is a client that we work with. They're an exterior cleaning company. And as you can see, that sea of green, that's where they rank in the Google 3 stack. That's the three businesses that get previewed on that section of the page that shows links that go to those Google business profiles. This is really important, especially for commercial business, because not only is it higher visibility, but it gives your business more credibility. And there is a massive difference between being ranked just outside the local 3 stack and in the local 3 stack. I got a call from this client the other week. He was super excited. He just landed an account that is just on the edge of his service area. And he was super excited about it and was telling me how he was hiring more people and going to grow the business. So, is local SEO really the right fit for your business? If your goal is to land more commercial clients and keep those crews of yours busy, here are 4 quick ways that you can tell if this approach will make sense for you. One, do you have crews you need to keep busy? Okay. If keeping your teams working steady makes a difference to your bottom line, then you got to be visible in local search. Because when property managers and businesses go looking for vendors, they want companies that are easy to find and they want to see a real reputable presence. And that's what a strong online presence will give you. Second, do you have a way to collect reviews? Reviews are one of the fastest ways to get results. And we push clients towards Google reviews because Google owns it and it helps with rankings, but also because it connects with other platforms like Bing and your own website. If you're already building reviews, you're going to see results from this much faster. Third, do you have at least 4 to 6 months of runway? That's usually the time it takes to start seeing results and to grab a spot in the Google 3 pack. If you want results faster, Google Ads can bridge the gap, but keep in mind that ads usually take still about 30 to 60 days to ramp up. And once the ads stop, the traffic goes away. For most of the companies we were working with, the steady local SEO play gets the better return on investment. And number 4, does your website deserve to be ranked number 1? Does it look like it's built for getting more commercial clients? Is it fast? Is the branding right? Is it mobile friendly? Right? You can get all the traffic in the world, but if the website can't convert, it's not going to make a difference. So, how does this all work? Assuming that you have a good website, the next focus is how your business appears in search results pages. And a good way of testing this is doing a branded search. So I typed in one of our clients, Kelly's Landscaping, and just some background. There are a lot of businesses with very similar names. A problem this our client was having was they weren't even appearing number 1 in a search for their own company name. So now you can see the first 5 results, and turns out 7 of the first 10 are all for this particular Kelly's Landscaping. So why does this matter? Well, number 1, commercial clients will research you. They'll do a branded search. And if you're not dominating the page results, it's not going to make the impression on them that you want. And then number 2 is this sends a lot of signals to Google that you are a trustworthy business. If you are listed on a bunch of different listing pages and websites, and it has the same company info, the same photographs, the same owner name, things like that, it's going to create a lot of validations that will further strengthen your online presence. Along with improving your branded search, we'll set and implement a keyword strategy. We'll avoid a common mistake that a lot of marketing companies make with their SEO services. They often pull a report and they show these words with high search volumes globally or nationally. And while that looks really impressive on paper, it may not be relevant to your local area or to your business's specific services. So our approach is different. We focus on local search volume, what people in your area are actually typing into search, not what the trends are across the whole country. And along with that, we analyze the intent behind those keywords. For example, a word like lawn cutting might be overly broad and unclear. And so we want to look for relevant words and words that have more transactional intent and not always just get the words that have more of a broader informational intent. And the last part of the strategy for keywords is we assess how difficult each potential keyword is to rank for. Now, our goal is to get you more potential clients, not necessarily more search volume. So our approach is about balance, targeting high value, realistic keywords that give you the best chance to win more of those commercial clients in your area. Now let's talk about content and backlinks. This is an area a lot of marketers also get wrong. They'll promise you hundreds of backlinks, but many of them are coming from websites that have no relevance to your business. Some are even from random overseas websites, and that only confuses Google. So we do it differently. We'll create both on-page and off-page content. We'll buy up domains. We'll publish blogs on them that are relevant to the work you do, and then we'll link them back to your website. Google sees these as clean, relevant backlinks, and they'll give you full credit for them. We'll also get you on industry websites and local listings, which we talked about earlier, and these will all point back to your website or your Google business profile or within the other backlinks as well. And this really puts together a strong knowledge graph in the so-called mind of Google and other search engines, and that's going to help you become more visible to those commercial clients. And the nice thing is you don't have to write anything. We'll take care of that all for you. We'll handle the topics. We'll publish it across different websites. Everything's managed for you from start to finish. All right, and that brings us to the fourth part of our process, and that's setting up service area web pages on your website. These are pages dedicated to each city and town, or for some clients, we do it by county, but each city and town in that business's service area. Proper structure is really the key to success with local search. Here's something we like to do with our clients' websites. We like to see them have a page for each of the different types of services that they offer. And then on each of those service description pages, you have all the cities that they service, and then each one of those cities actually links to a city page. Here's the one for Medway. And then on that city page, you have links to all the individual service pages. When you set up those semantics, you're setting up a whole bunch of these different signposts and indicators, all pointing to one another, that will really tell Google and make it remember what your business is all about and where you service your customers. Okay, to wrap this up, what you can expect is 50 to 100 more calls per month. The goal here is simple. We want to get you to the Google 3 stack. That's where property managers and other businesses, corporate offices, retail, that's where they'll see you. I know I don't typically call businesses that are outside that 3-pack. You probably don't either. So getting you there is going to be our main goal. On timing, it will take about 4 to 6 months for us to get there. Bigger cities, if you're in a big city market, it could take longer, but there's also more business to be had there. So keep that in mind. And the important thing is you'll see steady progress along the way. Think of it like a marathon. We're going to give you some weekly reporting in the first 60 days so you can see the progress taking shape. We try to strike a balance with our clients where we give them information without overwhelming them with too many technical things. The goal here, though, is to show you that we are doing the tasks necessary and we are reporting the progress. One thing I've heard when I started this company was when I was talking to businesses like yours, they'll often say, yeah, we have a company that we hired for SEO. I don't know what they're doing, but we are paying for SEO. I want you to have a little more of a sense of us being a partner for you and to be fully transparent on the work we're doing. So the investment you'll make is $1,800 per month. That's going to help you get more commercial business. We're going to make you more visible to facilities, retail stores, corporates, healthcare facilities, schools and universities by getting you into that Google Local 3Stack. And to get started, what we'll do is we'll work with you to get access to your Google business profile across the different pages that we'll be setting up for you and having linked to your site or on your site. We may need access to your website as well, but we'll make that process very easy for you and walk you through everything that you need. So if this sounds like it could be the answer for you, there's a form at the bottom of the website. Let's get in touch and see if this is a fit. Best case, we'll have the opportunity to work together. Worst case, we say this isn't a fit, but we can give you some actionable steps that can help move you in the right direction. Thanks a lot. Look forward to speaking with you.